Good morning and welcome to Kramer's Corner with the daily technical update. It is Wednesday, the 16th of August, and we had some action on the especially European and US indices. The S&P 500 closed yesterday below the 44.55 support level and is now in a confirmed downtrend. The 55 will add a little bit of support here. But I believe we will see a test of the 4400 here in the coming days. But there's no really strong support until around 43.40 level down here. However, RSI is still above 40, so there's a little bit of hope for the bulls to cling on to, but I believe it will be broken here in the coming days also. The Nasdaq 100, it closed a little bit lower yesterday, got rejected at this falling trend line here. We are in a bearish trend, 40 threshold on the RSI, still holding on, but we are in a bearish trend. Support at 14,750, that is the area to watch out for. And just very quickly on the Asian market, we had Seng this morning touching the 18,343 support level. That is interesting, but we are in a downtrend and we should see Hang Seng moving lower towards the 18,000s and a change down here where we have a little bit of support. On the European markets, with DAX in a downtrend, confirmed downtrend, we were below the 40 threshold here on the RSI. Finding some support at the 786 retracement, just above 15,685. Could see a little bit of bounce. We have the 100 moving average coming up, but the 55 is flat here. So we could, in the overall picture, over the next few weeks, a couple of weeks, we could be range bounds between the 15,482 and the 16,000 level here. Of course, we will see a lot of volatility, I believe, but we need a breakout for a larger move. And the 16,060 is the level to the upside. AX Amsterdam in a downtrend, trying to get back above the cloud here. The RSI bouncing off the 40 thresholds, keep an eye on that one, but there is room down to 748, where we also have the 200 moving average coming up. The Belgian markets bouncing from the 50% retracement here at 36.54, touching very close to touching the 55 moving average, but it's moving up, it's rising, so it's giving a little bit of support there. But in the overall picture, I think we could be range bound also here on the Belgian market between the 3600 and the 3750, around that level. A breakout for a clear direction. The direction is a little bit unclear at the moment. Same picture on the CAC40 also. 7250 support being tested several times but never closed below, so we are still in a bullish sentiment also with the RSI never broken below 40. Range bound, I would say, between this level and the 7400 and a change, a break above, back above, when then we are back in bullish sentiment. On the FX markets, your dollar fairly boring at the moment, still holding on above the 108.33 and back above the cloud here, trying to get back above the 100 moving average. If we get the pair back above the 55 moving average, well, then we could see a little bit of upside potential to 110, possibly trying to get back above the 110.65, and that's the level you need to look out for further upside potential. On dollar yen, could be a little bit choppy here. We had this doji here yesterday. If it is being followed by a negative candle today, well, then we could see a correction down to around 142.50, around that level. But let's talk about tomorrow when we know a little bit more. We are in a bullish uptrend. We are in a bullish sentiment down here on the RSI, so we should see higher highs. So it's not really confirmed yet. Let's see what happens tomorrow. The euro yen still holding on above the 158 there is a potential up to the 160.60 level. Aussie yen still below the falling trend line, got rejected again yesterday. So it's a little bit depressed. I mean, we do have the RSI being bullish. It has broken the its falling trend line here, but I would like to see it above 60 before I would call it a bullish move. But if it starts to break above the falling trend line here, then we could see a test of the 95.85 on cable. Little bit higher today, bounced off the very close to test the 125.90 support level, bounced off the 100 moving average, moving a little bit higher, and the RSI also bounced off the falling, the 40 threshold here. We could see a little bit upside momentum, but the rising trend line will add some resistance, and also the 21 moving average coming down here. So it'll be a little bit of a struggle. So it's not really convincing at the moment, but keep an eye on it. If it breaks above 128.20. Then there could be upside potential up to 29.40s level, possibly up to 130, and then we're back in a bullish trend. The dollar index rejected at the 103.28. Back below the 200 moving average at the moment, but we are in a bullish sentiment indicating higher levels. But I think we'll see a bit of correction back towards the 102.40, 102.50 level there. If we are looking at the commodities, starting with gold spot, it dipped down just below the 1900 yesterday, hovering around the 200 moving average. We are in a negative sentiment, a bearish sentiment on the RSI being below 40, so it will take a little bit of effort to turn around, but the 200 moving average is usually a fairly strong support area. And as long as we stay above the lows here from June, which is around 1892, well, then we could see a bounce. But what is interesting is that both the 100, the 55, and the 21 moving average, they are declining. So there's definitely some downside pressure on that one at that front. The silver almost touched the 22.15 support, and we could see a bounce towards the 23.10 next few days. Copper in a downtrend with room down to 360, 356 support level. So that's what I would expect here the next couple of days. So look out for that one. On the energy side, we have Brent crude. After being rejected, we are in this correction phase down to 83, 82 and a half, possibly dipping down to test the 200 moving average. More or less the same picture on WTI, really. 79 is the support, but we are in an uptrend there. Also, what is interesting is what's going on in Dutch gas. It is in a confirmed uptrend. There's no resistance until around 50 euros. Bullish on the RSI. Bullish trend. It seems to be trading higher in coming days. And finally, as usual, the US 10-year Treasury yield spiked above the 122 resistance to the 126. Little bit weakness this morning, and what is interesting is that the RSI didn't manage to close above the trend line here, but it's still in a bullish sentiment. So keep an eye on what's going on here. Could we get a little bit of a top and reversal pattern? I'm not quite so sure. But the trend is still up. All right, that's all for today from my home office. I hope the sound was okay, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.